And here we go with how can we make her fail? How many men, Mr. Perry, do you have sitting around on their fat, lazy asses trying to make me fail? So, my GPA in criminal justice college is 3.99 right now. I've taken another class. I don't know what I have in that, but it is April 26th, 2022. Mr. Perry got caught again. Every time he messes with me, every time you guys do this to my phones and my computers and crap, and jam up my, food delivery apps so I can't make any money, what happens? I mean, you guys are just not all there. It's like cause and effect doesn't click for you. So when you do stuff like this, and I find out you want me pulled over, or you caused the wreck because you want my car, and everybody goes around, how did she find out? How did she know? You did this and you pissed my guys off because I record everything you do on my phone. What police department has the actual recordings? Because all I do is type up what was just said. So, I mean, you guys, I don't know what else to tell you. You've never been this caught in your lives, and you just go right back at it like a dog to his vomit. So does a man go back to his folly. So when you jam up my phone like this, do you think that's cute? Because my guys don't. 40 cops don't think it's cute. Every time you do it, what you did today. So, Mr. Perry, you don't have a date. I think that you are the most repulsive piece of trash I've ever met in my life. I'm not into you. You make my skin crawl. I'm not in love with you. And I think at this point, you have done nothing but try to ruin me and ruin my life because I'm a victim of your crime and a witness to your crime. And you just don't like that. That's what this is about. It's not about getting a date. Because if you liked women, you would do what women like. Women don't like this shit. Get out of my phone. Get out of my phone. I'm sorry your life is so pathetic, all of you, that you have nothing better to do than cause drama for other people. I think you're a bunch of sick sons of bitches. So does our shrink, by the way. She said, I can tell you right now, some of those guys have themselves convinced there's nothing wrong with them. I'm telling you, I'll sit them down and I'll find it, because there's something wrong with anybody that wants to hurt another person or has such a pathetic life. They have nothing better to do than to make one woman fail. Charles Perry has no chance of a date with me, and that's not what this is about anyway, and everyone knows that. He has lied and lied and lied. I don't know how anybody believes a word that guy says. So, because you mess with my apps today, and you continue to contact me, and you continue to peep and hack and bother and bother and bother, then we got more information, and that's how it works every day. It started in 2015 when we got the McNamara email, Mr. Perry. I found out Mike was drugged months before anybody else said it. I knew you wanted my shoe print. I'm coming out with this stuff before you do it, not after. The wreck you caused, whatever, Saturday before last. We knew you'd caused that. We knew you'd caused it to get my car. You've been threatening my car for a long time. So the more loss you cause, you're not getting it. It's cause and effect. How many times were you caught before you met me? How many after? Your guy says the more he pesters her and takes her money, things do not go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. And your other guy said, we've never had one figure out victims of your sexual exploitation business, your little online peep show that you broadcast us all over the world, all over the web. All the sick, twisted, weird shit you've done all your life and hid until you met me and started doing it to me. And then it's because you do shit like this. It pisses us all off. We want you in jail because once you're in jail, I won't have to deal with this anymore. All of you. I'm not talking about just Charles. Charles has a little crew. Weird crew of weirdos who are so pathetic they have nothing to do with their time than ruin. And people are sick and tired of it. So, I'll do the disclaimer. Again, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It's April 26, 2022. The disclaimer is, use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. Apply the but-for standard, but for Mr. Perry doing shit like this all day. It's very frustrating when you're trying to get something done. And some little pathetic bitch sits and attacks and jams everything up. Tries to make sure you don't make any money. Tries to make you fail. So, but for stalking, we're documenting stalking here. And witness tampering. Because you have a criminal case. We wouldn't do these. Mr. Perry, you have a criminal case. You're about to go to prison. Why do you think we're getting all these recordings of you? Have her pulled over. You wanted Broken Arrow to do it today? Why Broken Arrow today? I mean, come on with this. And then, what else? Apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard. Mr. Perry, you want to be governor and you're not effective. Because effective people are out working. They don't have time to do this. They don't have time to jam up, apps and call up. I left, somebody over there, one of y'all was asked that. She left Lubbock 8 years ago. Why are you calling up here, making people harass her? Why are you doing that? Don't you have a life? Don't you have people to see that in your town where you live? Do you know people make fun of you like a motherfucker? Because you're just bizarre and boring. This kind of stuff right here gets you told on. This right here pisses off 40 cops that don't think it's cute. So we get more, Mr. Perry. And you've not been this caught. How many times was your crime caught this much? Before you met me and how many after? Do you still know how to add and subtract? Sir, this has not just been going on a week or a day. This has gone on since 2015. They're about to pull the plug. They've been working on this a long time, working their asses off. I have police protection because I need it. So, also, I assert all constitutional rights. First Amendment. I have the right to talk when somebody's messing with my phone. You hacked me. Get out of my phone. Get out of my life. Leave me alone. Leave everybody alone. Leave everybody alone. Mr. Perry, leave everybody the fuck alone. Get off your fat, lazy ass and go work. Go work. And then you won't need a cover-up. And I assert the 14th Amendment right to equal protection of all the laws, like, anti-hacking laws, anti-voyeurism laws, Peep and Tom. Peep and Toms can't get a real life and a real date. They sit there and pretend like a 1-year-old little girl watching Frozen with a dolly. It's embarrassing. Your life is so nothing. It's so embarrassing. So, all, Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513, and all similar state laws. You don't get to coerce and you don't get to witness tamper, sir. You're not getting away with it this time when I'm quoting what you just said. What do you think is happening? It's like you don't know what people are saying to you. Our shrink said that. She said, first of all, here's what I find attractive in men, and here's what I find repulsive in men. And he does what she finds repulsive. They can't figure out why she don't like him. Women are turned off by little peeper troublemakers like you. I like men who are out working and have something interesting to talk about. Not little bitches who sit on their fat, lazy ass jamming up phones and crap. Illegal stuff. It's illegal to hack. It's illegal to peep. It's illegal to stalk. It's illegal to witness tamper. I mean, it doesn't get any more pathetic than you. I left. That was 8 years ago, 9 years ago. The last time I saw Mr. Perry was February 2013. I walked out and I said, don't contact me again. Finish up my taxes and we're done. He said something very rude. He said something bizarre. So, I mean, I was supposed to get him elected, and that was it. Because it's easier for an undercover to get to you if you are out shaking hands and kissing babies and talking to people about, your campaign, and you don't know you're talking to an undercover cop. If an undercover cop goes in your office pretending he wants his taxes done, you can only do that once or twice, right? Then they're going to get wise to you. So they wanted you out in the public. Peep and Tom. It's a crime to peep, Mr. Perry. So our shrink is like, I don't think he understands what the hell she says. Because he never responds appropriately to what she says. Ever. It's like got aphasia or Alzheimer's or something. And we have to say the same thing. Over and over and over and over. And a first grader can sure shit. By first grade, you can get cause and effect. And you can't understand it. You're not understanding cause and effect. It's embarrassing, sir. How many times was your crime caught? Before you met me, how many after? Answer the question. Have your attorney email me numbers. Before you met me, you hid all this crap all your life. Until you met me, and all of a sudden, boom, everything changed, didn't it? And I didn't come to Tulsa to pick a fight with all you guys that live in Tulsa. I don't give a shit about you. Why are you obsessed with making me fail? You're obsessed with it. It's a 24/7 thing for you, isn't it? It doesn't get any more pathetic than a bunch of dudes that are too weak to pick on men who sit around and try to make me fail and do crap just like that. Now I can't get it. That's my textbook for school. So I tried to work today, and you tried to, you fucked with that too. So hang on, I'll get into that. But you got caught. You always do. Okay, so, every day when I wake up, this is how my life is. I try to go online. Now, I bought a computer about 2 years ago. It's pretty new. Works perfectly. All of a sudden, they're recorded talking about jamming up my computer, my printer. So I can't do court briefs. Well, sure as shit, now all of a sudden it quit working. Now, they did. You saw my phone dead right there. So imagine you're trying to just go to work. Just go to work so you can pay your bills on time and have good credit and have food and have a place to live, basic needs met. And you got somebody doing shit like that, so you can't get it done. And then it takes however many hours to fix it, if you can fix it. Sometimes I can't fix it. Sometimes I have to find an alternative way to get things done. So that takes extra time too. You're gonna have a problem, Mr. Perry, with every minute of my day you take up. Every penny of my money you take. They're gonna get you on grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with contracts, and commerce with intent to coerce. When I can't get something done because you've made me not be able to get it done, they're gonna charge you with a crime. It's called coercion or harassment of their witness. How many times was your crime caught before you met me, and how many after? When he pesters her and takes her money, things do not go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. So twice tonight you get caught. Once talking about she won't answer her door unless she knows who it is, and even then she's got to be expecting you, or she's not gonna. Rebecca Schaefer. She had a stalker. He hired a PI. Seems legit. It's a PI. He starts stalking her too, only he's using his PI license to do it. Finds out where she lives using DMV records. Walks up to her apartment and shoots her dead. 75% of femicides were stalked first. Stalkers are whack jobs. Jodi Arias stalked Travis Alexander, slashed his tires, and the next escalation was murder in the first degree. Stabbed him, shot. It was bad, brutal. You're not right in the head if you stalk. So, Mr. Perry wants to sell this lie that this is about getting a date, and there's no fucking way. Because when you like somebody, you do what they like. You don't do what they hate. Women are turned off by peeping toms. There is not a chance in hell I would go out with anybody who's a peeping tom. There's definitely not a chance in hell I'd go out with somebody that's tried to kill me. I heard the recordings of y'all talking about killing me more than once. There's not a chance in hell that I would go out on a date with a cop killer. And so, because you just jammed up my phone all day when I was trying to make money, you wanted me pulled over, you want a broken arrow to do it this time? So for weeks we've been addressing that. This is not a new thing. You guys have done this to me for a long time. It got so bad that the girls that I work with asked me. I walked in one night, and one of them that I actually wasn't very good friends with, barely knew her. I was shocked that she knew I had a stalker, because I hadn't told her. She goes, "How do you know which cops are good and which ones are bad?" And I looked at her and I said, "What do you mean? How do I know which cops are good and which ones are bad? How do you know which cops are bad, like the ones that work for your stalker senator from Texas?" I said, "Well, some of them. I've just flat said it." So, do you have a name? She gave me the name. And I said, "What happened?" "They were in here harassing us." "So tell me what happened." So two other girls came running over and started telling me. We were there too. We saw this is what happened. I was like, okay. So I asked someone to please not let that happen again. And I said, Curry versus Streeter is a Supreme Court decision that says there is no qualified immunity for an officer harassing someone off duty and out of jurisdiction. That's Supreme Court ruling. So if you wouldn't mind, I don't mind if they come in and have a nice time. Nobody does. But it's really not cool that they come in and harass the girls. And it's one thing when it's done to me, I handle it. Don't harass my coworkers. Don't do it. And those individuals, I never saw them again. I don't know if they came in again or not, but I didn't see them again. So we all know that there. I mean, I've spent a whole week on podcasts discussing. I don't call 911. I have police from somewhere else helping me. They're the ones that told me about this. So what am I going to get when I call 911? A cop that is your cop that's going to do something awful to me for you, commit a crime against me for you. We've heard complaints. Those first two officers came in to my work in 2015. They asked me to do X, Y, Z to you. Or, they want us to just find a way to arrest you. We were like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. We're not going to do it. Our badge means something to us. We were pissed that he even asked. So, how many have done that? The good ones don't like it when the bad ones ruin the trust. Just so you know, y'all that are on his payroll, I'm sorry you made that choice. You're probably about to regret that. You think, okay, best you can do is be the bitch of a sex pervert, sex weirdo. Like Sheriff Rowan, he's my bitch. The guy said, the sex weirdo, had a bunch of girls. He said he was helping him get off drugs. He was selling them out to the elected officials in the area. Sheriff Rowan feeds me Johns. He's my bitch. That's what you are. So, I'm sorry that that's the best you can do with your life, and that's your legacy. We all choose our legacy one day at a time. And you jamming up my phone, you got 40 cops that don't think that's cute. They're sitting there recording you, Charles. You can't get a date. You don't have any power. You're weak and you're pathetic. The best you can do is the same thing a retarded monkey can do. You want to be governor of what? If you want to be governor, you got to get out and work and be effective. And jamming up my phone all day, it doesn't, you get caught since you do it to me. Everything changed when you started doing it to me. How many times was your crime caught before you met me, and how many after? And who did you want to come to my door? And I don't answer the door because of Rebecca Schaefer. And because I've heard you talking about killing me. I do not come to the door. I have to know you, and I have to be expecting you, or I don't answer. You can sit there and knock all day. I will not answer the door. That's just, it's safety. I have the need, because of you posing a threat, to be careful and be safe. And that's why, when I do food delivery, I could also do Uber driving around. But you know what? The dumbest thing I could do right now is use my vehicle to let strange men get in my car and do God only knows what to me. It's not safe for me to do that, so I don't do it. That would have been a way to make money. Yeah, if you weren't around, I would do it. But so you're taking my money, and everybody knows it, and they're pissed about it. When he takes her money, when he pesters her, jams her phone up, jams her computer up, things do not go well for us. What happens is we find out you want me pulled over. You have somebody you want to come to my door. All that shit you try to hide, every day it's something. Every single day since the McNamara email, it's something. We found out Mike was drunk. I found out you wanted my shoe print. You're trying to frame me for something. Fat girl did it. My guys have recordings of the witnesses talking. The girl that we saw do the crime was actually quite a bit heavier than Cynthia, had darker brown hair. It's blonde, but it's darker brown than Cynthia's, and her complexion was darker. So then y'all all go trying to get me to tan. Except I can't tan when I have no money to eat. You don't think anything through. We worked for weeks on that false arrest in Manford, training everybody and what they're supposed to say and what they're supposed to do. And then they took her money. She couldn't even afford gas to go. December 18th. She's supposed to be in jail and not able to appeal. I'm quoting recordings of you that cops got. 40 of them that don't think it's cute when you jam up my phone. You try to make me fail because you're pathetic. If you would get off your ass and go work, Mr. Perry, then you might be successful. That's what successful people do. Do you see Tommy Tuberville doing what you're doing? Do you see Jody Arrington doing what you're doing? Do you see Ted Cruz doing what you're doing? They're in D.C. and you're not. You'll never be in D.C. I don't know how you would even be governor. Of what? Monkeys at the zoo? If you can't be effective, working hard, then how are you going to run a state? Sitting around jamming up my phone all day. What's it get you? You don't get a date. You just get caught. You get told on. And it's been that way for years. Not a day, not a week. Years. and you still don't get the cause and effect, if you're not smart enough to get cause and effect at your age, then you can't be governor. You're not qualified. You're not smart enough. When you bother me, you guys get told on and caught. When you cause a loss for me, or a hardship or drama for me, you get caught and you get told on. How many times has that happened before you met me, and how many after? All of you. I want the numbers. Because y'all aren't thinking. So those are the two things we got today. Because Perry does stuff like jam up my phone. I can't get anything done. It takes up my time. You're wasting people's time, sir. Some of us have a busy life, and we don't like you doing that. I guess there was one a little bit ago. Somebody goes, she just won't leave Oklahoma. And somebody said she doesn't have to leave. She came here to be with her family and get away from them and not have drama. Charles, I didn't invite you up here. I didn't introduce you to my family. Did you think my family's your family? Because I hear you were confused about that too. Somebody was very concerned about it. I just talked to Charles, and it sounds like he thinks Cynthia's family is his family. Does he understand that is not his family? That's her family. So you're concerning people about your mental status by what you're doing and the way you're acting. So how are you going to run a state if you can't even figure out what's true and real and what you imagined and the political vendetta? Did you lie? Did you commit perjury? Because there's no evidence of one. I don't give a shit about you. I worked with guys like Cruz and Tuberville and Harry Reid. I didn't work with Tuberville in the capacity of a United States Senator. I worked with his athletic department. I sold medical equipment to them. They're busy. They don't have time to sit around and jam up a phone. So, I don't even understand you. No one does. I'll tell you this, people do not like cruelty. That's why you see movements like MeToo, anti-bullying campaigns. The world blew up when Derek Chauvin killed a man. George Floyd. People do not like it, sir. And you just keep doing it and you get caught. You keep doing it and you get caught. You keep doing it and you get caught. And you keep doing it and you get caught. What I do with my life is not up to any of you. It's none of your business. Butt out. I don't know half of you that work for Charles. I don't know you. I came up here to get away from him. And all he had to do is leave me alone. So when you alleged a political vendetta in a court of law under oath, did you lie? Did you imagine it? And you can't tell the difference between fact and fiction? Or are you unable to properly identify your legislative duties? Which one? You can't tell cause and effect. When you fuck with me, you guys get caught. How many times did you get caught before you met me? How many after? When you jam up my apps and I can't get anything done, and you make it where I can't make money and pay bills and live and have my basic needs met, you piss off 40 guys that do not think that's cute. And then they get to work. And then we get stuff like that. You want a BAPD to pull her over. He wanted, I guess somebody asked, why was she not pulled over? Wasn't Broken Arrow supposed to do it? So you guys were recorded talking about that. I quoted you. And then the one after that, we got it. If I go talk to her, well, she won't open the door if she doesn't know you. So I suggest you don't go over and try to talk to her. I don't open the door if I don't know you because of Rebecca Schaefer. I've heard too many conversations, Mr. Perry, trying to talk about trying to kill me. It's pretty bad when I go into a strip club and I walk in and one of the dancers I barely know says to me, some of the girls I knew well, they knew I had a stalker. So I'm sure one of them said something. But the one of them that I barely know, how do you know which cops are good and which ones are bad? And I'm like, what do you mean by that? How do you know which cops work for the stalker senator? The bad ones, how do you know? How can you tell the difference? We had a lot of cops coming in there. It's bad when they're asking me those kind of questions, don't you think? It doesn't say much for you. It does not say much for you. Nobody should have to ask that kind of question. How do you know which ones are on the up and up and which ones are corrupt? And the bitch of a sex weirdo. I'm ashamed of that. I came from 4 generations of police. I did that whole thing on my Stalker podcast last night. The honor in the badge, the honor my granddad brought us. A man's kindness brings blessings, and his cruelty will be his downfall. My granddad believed that power was in service, and his name is on the front door of the police department where he was chief to this day. He passed away in 2004. He had pneumonia. So it was a complication of another illness that he had. I mean, we all knew he was going to die of the illness, and and he did, unfortunately. But to this day, his name is on the front door of the police department. And guess what? The little sex weirdo he had to deal with, nobody remembers who he is. You get caught every time you fuck with me. A man's cruelty is his downfall. I'm the Jenga piece. You fuck with me, your whole thing gets wobbly. And y'all all start asking, how'd she find out about that? How'd she know? You are no Tommy Tuberville. You are no Jody Arrington. And Ted Cruz, I'll tell you something. When I lived in Lubbock, he came through there a couple of times for fundraisers or events or whatever when he was first running for the United States Senate. So at one of them, I sat across from him at lunch, and I'm talking to him and his guy, the guy that worked with him, and they were describing their day. It is insane. Ted Cruz's day is nuts. He works his ass off. And that's why he's in the U.S. Senate and you're not. You're too busy trying to make everybody else fail because you can't keep up. So when I came to Oklahoma, I have family here. I've lived here before. And where I live is not your concern and none of your business. You butt out. You butt out. No one asked you what you think, did they? What you are doing is illegal. And you were told to stop, or you will be stopped. And every time we get what you just said, that's what that is, dumbass. You guys are mental slows. It's very irritating to have to deal with it. Very irritating. Alright, so, like I said, which cops have the actual recordings, Mr. Perry? This is from today. This is all that. So, I've said it more than once. This is like a repeat of the repeat of the repeat of the repeat of the repeat. I have signed up to work for 4 delivery services. One, I am not going to say what it is. One is Grubhub, one is Uber Eats, and one is DoorDash. So, unless you're hacking me and peeping, you can't know when I'm working or which company I've chosen to work for on any given day or what part of town. In order to call all your little buddies and have them order food and get me on their little doorbell camera, or have a cop waiting en route to one place or another to have them pull me over. No one can know where I'm going to be at any given time to wreck my car. So you've been trying to take my car that's duly noted and 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 this was when I was in Manford. I get woken up by these guys helping me. My cop friends. 40 of them don't think it's cute. I sleep till 3. At the time, I was dancing, working all night, sleep till 3, get up and get ready and go back. And they wake me up at 1. Go check your tail light. They just had it taken out. They want you pulled over again. So when you go to your car, you just go get in your car. You don't check your lights. I went out and checked it. Sure shit, it was not working. So I went and got it. Went and changed it. Before he said, change it out. Go fix it before you go to work, because he'll have you pulled over tonight. I mean, we're getting some very specific information about a very specific criminal act you would like to do on any given day. It's not general stuff. Always stalking me. These are very specific things. He pulled my tail out specifically. Tail light out. To have me pulled over. Harassment by, corrupt cop. So I guess 1 or 2 of them told you we're not going to just, I guess Lucky was one. We're not going to just harass a citizen for you. Is that why you killed him? The guys that got me that in jail wasn't up to you. And they get me all this information. It's not up to you. What they said to tell you is, give it back and get out, or it will be done for you. They'll do it for you. It's not up to you. You don't decide where I live. You mind your own business. Nobody asked you what you think. You were told to comply with the law. You don't have a choice. And when I say give it back, I mean whatever is owed legitimately. And that's not extortion. You owe a legitimate debt. They can get it in restitution. And whatever I don't get in restitution, because we're pretty sure we're building a pretty strong case, you'll be found guilty. You're not making it very hard. I mean, you know, cause and effect. If you're a 6-year-old could figure it out. When you do something to me, you guys get caught every time. Every time you get caught. And has that happened to you before you met me and started doing that shit to me? I don't think it has. I don't think it did it? It's like you're just not all there. You don't understand what people are saying to you. It's like you have no idea what's happening. It's been every day since 2015. It's not once or twice. A day or two or a month or two. It's years of this every fucking day. Get off your fat lazy ass. Stop perverting around and stop bothering everybody. When you don't, you get caught because you piss everybody off. People don't like bullies. They don't like corrupt people. They don't like corruption. They don't like it. It's not hard to get information because people do not like what you're doing. They don't like it. You're being stopped. 40 cops do not think it's cute. You're a disgust and repulsive. They got that to me in jail, Mr. Perry. Wasn't up to you. Wasn't up to you at all. It's none of your business. You're a butt-in. All of y'all are pathetic little butt-in. Trying to make me fail. Jamming up my apps. Do you see what that says? Stalking more, basically, isn't going to vindicate. It's going to prove he's not stalking at all, is it? So you do all these stalking escalations. So when I just go to work, I'm in danger. Everybody has to go to work to eat, to pay your bills, and I have a contract with somebody to make a payment, and I can't make the payment if you take my money. So you're interfering with a contract and commerce. You're going to jail for that. David, you too. Leave me alone. Everybody knows you want to take my car. Everybody knows you want to take my car. Everybody knows you want to coerce a lie. You want me to lie, and I said no. So how many times do we got to repeat ourselves? Because we all remember what happens when you get caught and what we've said and what we've recorded. We keep that shit. It doesn't vanish into thin air. We keep it. One time is all you say it. We remember. You guys are pathetic. Too weak to pick on dudes, so you pick on one woman. I don't even have words for that. That is the McNamara email. Mr. Perry still asks me every day, who told? Is it this person? Is it that person? Mr. Perry, I'm not going to tell you that. When you're gone, there won't be any more hacks and jam-ups. I won't ever be broke again. There won't be any of your drama and your problems and your hardships and your bullshit and your danger. We all want you gone. Even, I'm not told that. Because you have a bad habit of killing people. Even if I was, I will never help you. We all want you gone. Gone. All of you. You're being stopped because you're too stupid to stop by yourself like a big boy. You're like a little princess, prissy pants, they call you. I don't even know what to say to you. I've never seen anybody this stupid. When you bother me, since this email right here in 2015, every day you get recorded. All you had to do is leave me alone. I don't like you. You disgust me. No one does. That's why you're told on all the time. We all want you gone. Then we don't have to deal with this crap anymore. We're busy. We have a life. Get one. Get a life. Those guys got me that information. You didn't like that. Boo fucking who? So now we have a reporter that said, had they done what she said and give back what you legitimately owe and get the fuck out. And that was in response to, I'll give you whatever you want if you lie. And I said, no, you won't. You'll give me what you want. And I don't want what you want. You might as well hand me a bag of your shit. No thanks. And I'm not going to lie. I am not going to become a part of your crime. And the more you push and the more you shove and the more you bother and the more you piss us off. When I say no, I mean fucking no. Stop it. Now. Stop. Why can't you control yourself? Why can't you control yourself? I said no. I've said it for 10 years. No. I moved twice to get away from you and your drama. I don't like drama. No one does. Get the fuck out of my phone. Hacking and cloning is a crime. Peeping is a crime and a turnoff to women. You're a turnoff. There is nothing sexy about you. So the reporter goes, had they done that? Get Michael out. You can see he didn't do it. And leave me the fuck alone. Had they done that, got him out of jail, she's doing good. Had she continued now to assert that they killed Chief Miller, we would say she's wrong, if not a little crazy. But they didn't. They have fucked with her and fucked with her and fucked with her and fucked with her. And he's still in jail, and we can all see he couldn't have done that. So when she says they killed him, we can say, yeah, I think so. Pretty sure they did. Mike didn't. So you got the suspicion of that murder always on you forever because you went at me. Witness tampering is a crime. Coercion is a crime. You interfere with a contract or commerce or grand larceny. You take my money to coerce. I'm going to starve her into a lie. It's duly noted for the record. It's duly noted for the record. We all know what you're trying to do. Get her kicked out. Get her, take her car away. Starve her into a lie. It's coercion. It's a crime. You're going to jail for that. But the guys that got me that are going to do it. It's not up to you. Now, leave me the fuck alone. When you don't, and y'all are, oh, how'd she find out? How'd she know about that? There it is, right there. We want to take her car away from her. You talk about it every day. Who has the actual recordings, Perry? That's the harassment email. You pissed off even the people in jail. They're the ones that told me about this. They're going to send you home, harass the hell out of you, jam up your phone and crap, piss you off. And then when you start talking about it, they're going to say you're harassing them. She left 8 years ago. Why are y'all still calling up here trying to get her pulled over? Remember that I'm saying it because I'm saying it once. How many different times do you want me to repeat myself? Because y'all are slow. It's so irritating to deal with slow people when you're not slow. So, yet all those girls were pissed. They were mad. Even prisoners are repulsed by sex weirdo pathetics like y'all. You're not impressing anybody. You don't have a date coming. 12 years into this, there's not one date, ever. I've never had a date with Charles Berry. He disgusts me. He's beneath me. He's beneath me by far. I like men that work hard. That's what the shrink told the judge. This is not about a date. She said what she finds attractive in men. She likes men that work hard and are chivalrous. He sits on his fat, lazy ass bothering her all day. He's not chivalrous. He's causing one problem after another problem after another problem. And she has to repeat herself over and over and over and over. It's like he has not a clue what you're saying. Never responds appropriately. And he needs to be examined by a doctor. Because that's not normal. He cannot function normally. He can't do it. He's not capable of functioning normally. So you got to deal with people like that, professionals. This is evidence of premeditated murder of a police officer. You want one of them to pull me over to punish me for helping a police officer? Yep. Okay. Well, before that happened, some people didn't like that. So this letter was written because some people didn't like being asked to be your bitch. And I get questions at Sensations. Which cops that come in here are good and cool and we can trust them, and which ones are bad? How can you tell the difference? And I'm like, what? How can you tell which ones work for that stalking senator, corrupt piece of trash that bothers you all the time? How can you tell the difference? Wow. Oh my God, these are young girls, 20 years old. Remember the one from Godiva's pulling me in the bathroom? I've never seen a bunch of old farts with money shit themselves like these guys do when Fabian's name comes up. We were told we're not allowed to let you talk about him. What the hell happened in Dallas that made those guys act like that? And this is not about getting a date, because what he told us is we have to make you like him and not Fabian, which I'm liking Fabian. I don't even know the guy. And my guys like Fabian. They don't like you because you cause problems and hardships. So she said, I want to know what the hell's going on. He told us that we were to help him find a way to arrest you. You ask everybody that, don't you? Just find something. I need a smear campaign. And I fucked up the first one. This one was planned when I was in jail for the first one. And I've said this over and over and over and over and over. And we only have to hear it once. We remember. You got something wrong with you if you have to have something repeated all the time. What are the other victims? You mean which ones are talking? Yeah. I'm not told who your leaks are, sir. So that was sent to the U.S. attorney. He's using cops to stalk me or harass me. So this is not new. This has been going on for a long time. That was Lucky complaining about it. They said they wanted to get her on harassment. Looked to us like they were harassing her. It's the other way around. She didn't bother anybody. They do. You're coming where I am. So when you bother me, you get caught, David. Do you get cause and effect, David? We thought you were the smart one. When you fuck with me, you get told on and caught, and told on and caught, and told on. When in your life did that happen before you did it to me, David? Right? I mean, we thought you were the smart one. You could tell cause and effect. So today I'm trying to go work. I couldn't make any money. Mr. Perry kept jamming up my Uber app. So, did you want me pulled over? I saw a couple of Broken Arrow PD officers. They weren't like acting like they wanted to pull me over. They were around. Were they supposed to pull me over and you guys were all mad that they didn't? So we duly note that for the record. You wanted Broken Arrow police today to pull me over. You got caught. You wanted somebody to come to my door. She won't answer the door. I mean, she's got a stalker. She's not going to just answer the door. She has to know who it is and be expecting them. There's one person that I answer the door for, and I'm usually expecting him. It's usually family. It's not friend. It's not. I mean, I've had to live a weird life because I have a stalker, and he's dangerous, and he's pathetic, and jams up my phone so I can't make money, and jams up my phone so I can't get my homework done. Breaks my computer. We don't want her fighting us in court. We'll break her computer, break in my house. You get a key to every place I go. And you know what? You tried to get one from a hotel and you were recorded. Because we talk about it first. Y'all don't know anything about that. They set everything up and record you. David Upworks. David calling my parents. Don't give her inheritance money. We need her to fail. She's too effective. No one's caught her crime like she has. Chief Hall's granddaughter. So, y'all, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's this way every fucking day. And every fucking day, how'd she find out about that? How'd she know about that? And then I guess not earlier tonight, she just won't leave. And the other guy said, I'm sorry, but she's not the one that needs to leave. She's not the one causing the problems. She's not the one that's the threat. And she came here to get away from all of that. He's up here and shouldn't be. He doesn't have any business being up here. He needs to go back to Lubbock, be with his friends and his family and his constituents, and leave her alone. You're breaking the law. You stop. You're being stopped every time we get one of these and I type it up, what you just said, have her pulled over. Will she answer the door if we go talk to her? What are you going to talk to me about? Why don't you fuck off? Why don't you fuck the hell off? Nobody's bothering you. You're bothering me and you're getting caught. That's all that's happening. And it's been that way since the McNamara email. So again, I'm going to ask you for the last time. When in your lives have your crime been caught this much? How many times was you caught before you met me and how many after? So when I find out what you're trying to do next, there is a recording that police have. Which police department has it? I only type up a few. I don't have time to type up much. I'm busy. So they sat there and watched you jam up my food delivery app today. They know you have your people call in. They called Uber, Grubhub, and DoorDash. All three said drivers are chosen on algorithm. So for them to have their buddies call in and order something so they can get her on the doorbell cam or in a certain part of town so a cop can pull her over, they have to be hacking. There's no other way. And you can't know where I am or what I'm doing at any given time, but for stalking and hacking. So we had the other guy said, I had 3 people in my office ask me, how did they even know she was in Manford? We are not stalking her. We had no idea that's where she was. So how did they, and why did they? What do they care? The allegations are stalking, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, well, that's stalking. How'd they know where she was? We don't know. We're not stalking her. We didn't know where she worked. We didn't know where she lived. Don't care either. So why does he? What's their obsession? What's your obsession with my ruin? What's your obsession, David, Charles, Matt, Joe, Josh, with my ruin? You can't keep up? You're too weak to pick on a dude? You got to pick on one woman? There's no chance of a date between me and Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry's a job. I've said that. Nothing more. There's nothing romantic there. If this was about a date for him, he would do what I like, and he does everything I hate. And the more I say that I hate it, the more he does it. That is what someone does who's just trying to witness tamper, not somebody who's trying to attract a member of the opposite sex for a date. If you want women, you do what women like, and women are turned off by peeping and hacking and somebody sitting around on their fat, lazy ass causing problems and drama and hardship and loss. It's not about a date. That chick said that at Lady Godiva's. This isn't about a date. I need you to tell me what it's really about. There's something else altogether going on here. And she said, my family is really fucked up. I had to quit. I had to drop out of school and start working, take care of my family. They don't take care of themselves. They're drug addicts. So I don't even have a high school degree, but even I know this is not about a date. This is about something else. What is going on? And I said, do you feel threatened? I can't tell you exactly what it is, but I can have someone come in and talk to you about it. Do you feel threatened? Shit, yeah, I feel threatened. What if I mess something up and they do it to me? What about my family? What do they do to my family if I mess something up? I don't want to be asked to do this shit. They told us we can't allow you to talk about Fabian, to act like we don't care, which means they know we care or they wouldn't tell us we had to act like we don't. Look, and I'm going to ask you for the last fucking time, if you can understand what I'm even saying. How many times was your crime caught before you met me? And how many times after? What other victim has this kind of stuff? What police department has the actual recordings? I don't have the actual recordings, but there's a PD that does. Which one? Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. Mr. Perry, you are the creepiest, sick, twisted son of a bitch I've ever met. And I'm proud to be the one that has done things you've not seen before. But note the cause and effect. And then don't whine and complain when you get told on and caught, because you know how it is. When you do X and Y happens and you don't like Y, most people are smart enough to stop doing X. You're not. You can't run a state if you can't even do that. You're an embarrassment to me. I'm embarrassed by you. I don't do weirdo. It's not my thing. Not my thing at all. I've dated a lot of men. They didn't act like you. They don't act like you. You're weirdo. You're cruel. Look at my granddad's history. Look how he was honored. A man's kindness brings blessings. And his cruelty is his downfall, and you keep getting caught. I'm the Jenga piece. You push and shove it, and the whole thing gets wobbly, and that's your choice. You choose that. And you got to shrink, question all of your sanity. I don't think they understand what the hell she's saying, because they never respond right. Never. I've not seen anything like it in my life. And some of these guys that help him, they're on his payroll. They think they're normal. I'll tell you what, I'll sit down and examine them, and I'll find what's not normal, because it is not normal to want to cause a person to be ruined and have a problem and have hardship and loss and not even be able to make their basic needs. Mr. Perry, I don't care what you think. I really don't. I'm sick of hearing it. We all are. We would like for you to shut up. No one cares what you think. We're all tired of hearing it. You need a lie, duly noted for the record. You're not going to get one. I'm not going to contribute to your crime. I have said that not for a day, not for a week, but I have said that every day for 10 years. No. Leave me alone. Comply with the law. You're being stopped every time you're told on. I'm sorry, you're stupid and you can't understand what the hell I'm saying. And you never respond right. It is embarrassing. No one cares what you think. We're sick of hearing it. All of you. It's not up to you. When I got this today, Mr. Perry, wasn't up to you. The Fabian puzzle, not up to you. McNamara email, not up to you. We're going to frame it for some crime that a fat girl did that has darker hair and darker complexion and is heavier. We need a shoe print. I'm not in jail. It's not an afterthought that I needed to explain something away. You got recorded talking about it. Because you're pissing everybody off. No one cares what you think. I didn't invite you here, Charles. I came here to get away from you. That's what this is, sir. What does that say? All I want for him to do is leave me the fuck alone. One time I should have to say it. Women like men who are kind and chivalrous and busy working and interesting to talk to. And you're none of that. You try hard not to be. You can't control your impulses or anything, can you? So, David, the McNamara email, the thing we got today, this, I mean, that wasn't up to you either. When you interfere with my ability to make good on a contract, they're going to get you for that. They before I call anything, do anything, or, you know, my guys already know what I'm going to do. They got everything set up and ready to catch you fucking with it every time. So don't whine and complain when you get caught, because we've told you what the deal is. And if you decide to do it anyway, and they go, how'd she find out? How'd she know? You chose that. When you do X, Y happens. If you don't like Y, don't do X. It's not hard. A 6-year-old can do it. So, I don't want any contact with you, Charles. I don't care what you think. We're all tired of hearing it. We're tired of dealing with your drama. Your little soap opera drama queen thing. Jerry Springer show. Trailer park trash bullshit. I don't want to know what you think. I'm sick and tired of you contacting me. When you contact me, when you cause loss and hardship and drama, well, you get more. You get told on and caught. How many times was your crime caught before you did it to me, and how many after? Can you still add and subtract? I don't think you can. I think your mind has deteriorated so badly, you don't even know how to do that anymore. It's not been a day or a week, sir. It's been a decade. Leave me alone. Leave everybody alone. We're all sick and tired of dealing with it.